Good morning, children. Let's move on to the next chapter. We just finished addition with 3 digits, 4 digits, and borrowing. Carrying over. Okay. And now we move on to the next chapter. And before we move on to the next chapter, let me show you this. I have some pieces of chalk here. Alright, I have some pieces of chalk here. Can you see? Now let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. With this I have how many pieces of chalk? I have 11 pieces of chalk. Okay. From this, all these 11 pieces of chalk, I am going to take out. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 pieces of chalk, I took it out. I gave it to my friend. She needs in the other class, so I gave it to her. 5 pieces. I had 11. And how many did I give? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So I gave. That means give me, this is the sign for giving. When I give it to somebody, when I take it out. When I take away, okay, I have 11 pieces of chalk, then I took away and gave it to my friend. How many pieces did I give? I gave him 5 pieces. Alright. So how many pieces of chalk do I have now? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I have how many pieces of chalk do I have now? I have 6 pieces of chalk. Right? I have 11, that means I had more. I gave away a few from that whatever number I had. Then now how many I have? I have 6. That means this is the number of pieces of chalk left with me. These are the pieces of chalk left with me now. Did you see that? So this, when I take it out or when I give away, this is called subtraction. What is it called? Subtraction. To subtract, to take it out. Take away. Subtraction means to take away, give away. Okay? And whatever will be there with you, remaining, is called left. These are, and whenever you see the number left with you, they are always less than what you have. Alright? That means the answer, this is the answer which you get. The answer which you get after giving away or the number of chalk or whatever you give away, sweets, pencils, whatever is left with you, this is called the answer. Okay? This is called the difference. This is also called difference. In addition, it was called sum. In addition, it was called sum. Or it was called total. Now, in subtraction, it is called difference. I told you also in addition, the key words for addition were sum, total. Yes? Altogether, all these were the key words for addition. Now, for the subtraction, the key word for subtraction is difference. Difference means the answer, this answer which we get after subtraction, after we take away, is called difference. In subtraction, the answer which you get after taking away the remaining which you have with you is called difference. Alright? So when I give you the question, I can also say find the difference of the given numbers. I can also answer the question, or I can straight write subtract the following, or I can also say find the difference. Alright? The same thing here. Now these are some books or copies I had. Now let's see how many I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. These are the number of books I had. Now from here I am going to give a few to my friends. I don't know how many I give. So let me count the number of 13. So let me write 13 first. 13. I have 13 here. Okay. I'm going to give 2 copies to one child. So let's count how many I'm going to give. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me give 2 more. 5, 6, 7. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 I'm going to give away. Give away means what is the sign for giving away? Or subtraction sign is this, which says, this sign says we are giving away, we are taking out. Okay, so these are the copies which I'm going to take it out and give it to one child. Okay, let me put this here. Now let's see how many copies will be left with me now. So how many did I give? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I give 7 copies to one child. Now will I have the same number of copies which I had before? I have 30 copies. So will I have the same number of copies with me now? No. So how many copies will be there with me now? Can you tell me? Will I have more or will I have less? What do you think? Am I going to have more copies with me after giving away, or will I have less copies? See? Obviously I'm going to have less. That time I had full pile of books, isn't it? I gave away, so see, the pile has reduced, isn't it? So now I'm going to have less copies. So let me see how many copies are left with me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that means I have how many copies here? Answer is 6. The answer which we got before. So 6 copies are left with me now. That means I'm having less copies now. I have less copies now. Add more. After giving away, I'll have less. So in subtraction, the answer or the difference or the answer or the number of objects left with me will always be less than the number of objects I have in the previous time. Alright, so this is called subtraction. Now, this time we are going to do subtraction. Yeah, subtraction with borrowing also. Alright, now today I am going to do subtraction only with small numbers. Okay, I am going to do with 3 digits. Small numbers, but without borrowing. Without borrowing. You know what is borrowing, children? You know what is borrowing? Borrowing means when you don't bring your pencils to school, erasers to school, what do? You borrow from your friend. You ask your friend, isn't it? So that is what it's called borrowing. So when you have less, you ask your friend. That which we'll be doing later on. But now we are going to do without borrowing. Alright? Now one more thing you have to remember in subtraction, the very important thing you have to remember in subtraction. In addition it was easy. But in subtraction you have to remember one thing. When you subtract, the bigger number has to be on top and the small number has to be below the bigger number. Alright? In subtraction. In addition, it's okay. You can place the small number up, you can place the big number down. Anyway, up and down, it doesn't matter in addition. Alright? Why? Because in addition, you're getting more. And all together, you'll be collecting and you'll be adding all together, isn't it? But in subtraction, you have to have more. To give it to somebody, to take it out and give it to somebody, to lend it to somebody, you must have enough with you, isn't it? Because if you don't have enough, how can you give it to your friend? Can you give enough? If you don't have enough of sweets with you, can you give it to your friend? If you have less sweets, can you give it to your friends? No. If you have many, then only can give it to your friend, isn't it? So, for that, we need to have a bigger number on top and a smaller number down when you subtract. Always remember. Why? Because you have to have more to give away. Alright? But when you have small number, if you have 2 sweets, can you give 5 sweets to your friend? No, but that's not possible, isn't it? But that also will make it possible later on. Right? But just remember that bigger number has to be on top and smaller number down. Alright? Now let me give you one subtraction. Let me write. Subtract. Okay? This is the question I have. Subtract 734 from 734, we subtract 312. Alright? So from 734, you have to take away 312. Now let's see how I am going to do. Now we have already done 3-digit numbers. So let's write the place values or the units. I hope you have not forgotten about the place values and units. So what is the first place value or what is the first unit? Ones. After that comes tens and after that comes 100. So this is the first step which you have to do. You have to write the place values because it's going to be easy for you. Okay. So what is the first number here? This is 734 and this is 312. So see which is the bigger number. This one, isn't it? 700 is bigger than 300. So don't get confused when I give you this kind of sum. When you have to arrange, you be careful when you have to arrange. The bigger number, I told you, has to be on top and the smaller number down. When the sums are there, which is already arranged, then no problem. But when you get questions like this, when you have to arrange it yourself, then you have to be careful. The bigger number has to be on top and the smaller number down. Alright? So which is the bigger number out of these two? So 734 and subtract that 312. You subtract. Subtract means take away. Alright? Now what you do is, with subtraction, look at the place value once. Just as in addition, I told you, do step by step each place value. Same way in subtraction also you do the same place value. So the first unit or the first place value is ones. You start with ones. Now look here, 4. You have 4 sweets. You have to give away 2 sweets. Can you give me? You have more sweets. You have more. So you can give me, isn't it? You have more sweets. From 4 you can always give me 2. So what do you do is, subtraction, in addition, it was different. Now subtraction is going to be opposite. From the smaller number, you start counting. Start counting. In addition, what did I tell you? You take the smaller number out, your fingers, out in your fingers, isn't it? But here, what will you do? You start counting from 2 to 4. And as you count, you are going to take your fingers out. In addition, your finger was already there and you started adding this way. And you close your fingers, isn't it? But here, what will you do in subtraction? You will close finger, you will start opening your fingers. Alright? So from 2, you start counting till 4. So 2 is already here. So what comes after 2? And you stop when you come to 4. So 2, 3 and 4. So how many fingers came out? 2. So 2 here. Okay? Now we finished with ones. Now let's move on to the tens place. Here. What is the number here? 3. You have 3 sweets and you have to give me 1 sweet. Okay? So can you give me? Yes? Yes, you can give me because we have more sweets. You can always give me 1. You can always share 1 with me. So count from 1 to 3. 1 is already here. You start counting from the next number. So 1, 2 and 3. So 3 is here. So how many fingers came out? 2 again. Alright? Now we move on to the last place value, the last unit. What is the last? Which is the last unit? 700. That is 100. So 700 and from 700 you take away 300. So count from 3 to 7. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So how many fingers came out? 4. Don't count 3, okay children? The number 3 is already here. Number 1 is already here. So no need to count this number which is already here. You have to count from the next number which comes after this. Till you reach this number. Alright? So from 3 you count to 4. How many fingers come out? 4. So you write 4. So this is how you do the subtraction. And this is the answer. The difference which you get when you subtract 312 from 734, you get 422. Alright, so this is how you do your subtraction. I think this is enough for today. If you have any queries, if you want to ask anything, next time, next video we'll do with 4-digit numbers. I think I'm going too fast, so slowly I'll do it. Next time you'll get numbers 4-digit numbers till 1000. Alright, then without boarding. So this is it for today, children.